didn't think you'd come.
I didn't think I would either.
Liz, look, I'm really sorry, okay?
I didn't come here to hear you apologize, Daniel.
Liz, look, I didn't mean to hurt you.
But you did. You did hurt me. And
a very emotional conversation between two lovers where she's making the decision to leave and letting him know. And you can see her resolve and focus, and you can see his desperation. And you can tell there's love there. But this drinking is the other aspect of the relationship that cannot be ignored. I like the choice to show us the good times and then also sandwich that with this dramatic moment where she decides to leave because of the violent nature of him when he got drunk. And we get a glimpse into how difficult it's been. But with the good memories sort of sandwiched between that, we also get a sense of how we got to this decision and how difficult and heavy this decision is for her. And I felt like the emotional performances in this piece were really, really great.
A very powerful short film that advocates for survivors of domestic violence. The plot of this film is that a former couple meets after a fight and altercation on a bridge out in public. She is physically injured. We can see that she has a black eye, and the female in this relationship officially breaks up with her ex-boyfriend while they're standing on the bridge. Even though it is very difficult for her to do, she is very strong in her resolve, despite the kind of romantic flashbacks of happy times that are intermixed into the present tense of the two of them having a conversation on the bridge. I thought this was a very powerful short film that really outlined the importance of standing up for yourself and protecting yourself, while simultaneously exposing the realities of domestic violence in a very accessible storyline. I thought it was very important that the filmmakers chose to include the domestic violence hotline at the very end.
For me, it showcased a very realistic depiction of domestic abuse. In this depiction, the abuser was depicted as sick, as insecure. You see it when he starts getting more. You hear the insecure comments when she's rejecting his advances. The moment he strikes her, he immediately tries to pivot the blame before breaking down because of what he did. And I don't think this short discredits the victim in any way. But I feel like it really encapsulates that abusive relationships are a lot more nuanced, and I feel like it showcases why for a lot of people it's really hard to leave them, because a lot of abusive relationships, the abuser is not acting like a cartoon villain. It's not clear as day that they're this evil person who's going to destroy you. But I like how this film depicted the solution, where basically he needs to get help. He needs to fix whatever is going on in his life before he can get into another relationship.
Strong and compelling piece, well written, great performances, and those two things are what really helps carry us through the duration of film with such a difficult subject matter. But I think it does pay careful attention and due respect to that situation, and showing us how people can get into or stay in that situation, and the cycle of abuse, and just displays it all very thoughtfully, with just makes for an overall, again, interesting, compelling film.
Very powerful, very strong, This couple, we see this relationship between the two. We start all the way, we start like all the way around. She's leaving him, and then we see how the relationship between the two was, and it was a great relationship until starting things started to go bad, and the man became violent, and he assaulted his girlfriend, and then she decided to leave him. I think there's a powerful message behind this film, which is that violence must not be tolerated ever, especially in a relationship inside the same household. And every victim of violence should every victim of violence should be supported and should receive the help they need to escape this situation.
This was a terrifying yet brilliant short. It does an excellent job displaying the dangers of domestic violence. The two leads were just incredible, so raw, so visceral. The flashback structure really helped to tell the story, and the dramatic soundtrack heightened the drama even further. This is a very important film for all people to see. This type of violence is so sad. Good idea to have a hotline at the end.